We have exclusive new details this morning in the story of a Canadian teacher trapped in Indonesia. Neil Bantleman was convicted of sexually assaulting 3 young boys at his school in 2014. He spent more than a year in prison before a Jakarta court overturned that conviction. As part of the Fifth Estate's investigation, Mark Kelly got exclusive access to Bantleman and his wife.
When you're going in with allegations that you abused children, this is the worst allegation that you can go into prison with. This is where you hear that this is where you get your justice, or the street justice, as they say. So, yeah, we're terrified.
The Fifth Estate's investigations uncovered flaws in the evidence used against Neil Bantleman. The new episode is called Nightmare in Indonesia. Mark Kelly stopped by earlier with more on the exclusive interview and a look ahead to tonight's show.
It was a living nightmare for him. And what we wanted to know is, as he faces this Supreme Court challenge, is how solid is the evidence against him? And as we looked at it, went through extensive court documents, what was really revealed is there's very little, if any, solid evidence against him. And that's really the shocking part, that you think at this point, as the family did, that this case would have been thrown out. But speaking to his lawyer, I mean, his lawyer says because there was so much public outrage about this incident, about the idea that at a private school, Western teachers could have sexually assaulted Indonesian boys. There's so much pressure right now on the courts to convict that even his own lawyer says anything could happen as they approach this Supreme Court decision.
It's impressive that the Fifth Estate team had gained access to all of that evidence, but there is one woman, the mother of one of the boys, who says that her son was sexually assaulted, and they have physical evidence of that.
Yeah, that's the most compelling and probably disturbing evidence in all of this case was this mother who would go around, you know, waving around a report that she said, as you can see right here, she held news conferences, she went on national television saying this was proof that her 5-year-old son had contracted the herpes virus as a result of being sexually assaulted. Not one report, but she actually had 3 reports that were done in Indonesia, one that was done in Europe, where she now lives. We took that information to a Canadian expert. We show these lab results to this Canadian expert, Dr. Suman Chakrabarty here in Toronto, and asked him to tell us, what did this information reveal? In fact, what he saw was that this child does not have herpes. This child has never had herpes. So we went back to the mother and asked her, could you get one more test done at a European clinic of our choosing, a reputable clinic? We asked her to go back with her son to get one more test, to be a definitive test. She did that, she sent the results to us, and it confirmed the child does not have herpes. This has been like the smoking gun that's being used in the case, not only against Neil Bantleman, but also against 5 cleaners who are also accused and who are now languishing in jail, serving an 8-year sentence.
You can catch the full report tonight on the Fifth Estate. It airs at 9 p.m. on CBC Television, 9:30 in Newfoundland.